We get a lot of viewer questions on our strategy and setups, and I hope this tip from Kenny helps.
Well, we got a couple really good trails coming in here that intersect right here, and they go right down here in front of a tree that we've already picked out for our stand. We like to pick out, 15, 20-yard shots. We like to get them as close as possible. But one of the biggest questions we get asked is, how high do you put your stands? How high do they need to be? Well, that's going to differ depending on terrain, cover, a lot of things. But a lot of times here, when you're hunting mountainous areas like we are in West Virginia, you get a lot of tall, straight trees that doesn't have a lot of cover. You can't get 12 feet high like you can in the Midwest a lot of times and get away with it. So what we like to do is we like to get back on the trail coming into the stand, and when we get 30, 35 yards from that stand, I just kind of stop and I'll look at the tree that I picked out for my stand, and in my straight line field of view, I look to see the highest point that I can see without looking up. And I make sure that I get above that point, because if a deer's coming in and it's looking straight, if its field of view is similar to ours, it's gonna be more likely to bust us if we're in that field of view. Anything sticking out, any movement, trying to draw your bow back, it's gonna be more likely to see you. So we try to pick out that spot and make sure we get above it. All right, so as I'm coming around that trail where those two trails meet, my line of sight was up to about right here. We've added another ladder stick. So now we can get our stand up several feet above where I could see looking straight. Now all we gotta do is get the stand hung, get this tree cut, get out of here, and come back and hope a big boy shows up. Well, as you all know, there's no such thing as a professional deer hunter. We don't pretend to be, but we do like to share the things that we found that work for us with you all. We think that if you all use that technique when hanging stands, you'll get busted a whole lot less.